We respectfully request the Sangha of great virtues, for the sake of this assembly and all living beings, please turn the wonderful Dharma wheel to teach and guide us how to end birth and death, leave suffering and attain bliss, and quickly realize non-birth. Cung thính đại đức tặng thinh, vì thứ pháp hội cấp nhất thiết chúng sanh. Thịnh chuyên diệu pháp luân giao đạo hạ môn, như há liêu sanh thoát thư ly khổ đạc lạc, tước chứng vô sanh. Homage to the Blessed, Noble, and Perfectly Enlightened One. Nam mô Sananto Suche Doye Alahadi Samyao Sanputo Se. Nam mô Tạc Tạc Tha Toya Daya Alahadi Tamyo Tambo Da Toa. The unsurpassed, profound, subtle, and wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million aeons is difficult to encounter. Now that I'm able to see and hear, I will receive and maintain it. I vow to fathom the thus come one true and actual principles. Wu sheng 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 wei miao fa bai jian wan jie nan zao yu, wo jin jian wen de shou qu, yuan jie ru lai zhe shu yin. O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, great Master Ching Liang, great Master YongHua, all good monks and nuns, and all good advisors Emitofuo. Chư Phật Bồ Tát, kính thưa Thanh Lương Đại Sư và Thượng Thiên Hóa, quý thầy cô và quý vị thiện sư tất cả gia đình Phật. Chư Phật Bồ Sát Chinh Liang Đại Sư, Sư Phụ Sang Rần,各位出家人，各位善知识，弥陀佛。Hello everyone, thank you for coming. Today is the 28th of August, end of August already, year 2022. We're here to continue discussing the first chapter of the Avatamsaka Sutra. Right now we're on slide 639, talking about which heavenly beings are we talking about? I think it's believed it's the heaven of 33 kings. Where was I again? 6 what? 639. Okay. So we're talking about the representative heavenly kings of the heaven of 33 that were gathered to listen to this, the Buddha explain and talk about the Flower Adornment Sutra. 639, Celestial King, Jewel Light Banner of Renown.
宝光床名称天王。
Okay, 640, thank you. Well, this particular heavenly king here of the heaven of 33, has a great reputation throughout the universe, and his adornment, the nature of his adornment is that he emits the lights that from jewels look like adorning banner. 641, celestial king inspiring happiness cow.
发生喜乐祭天王。
Okay, 642. This heavenly king here, when you look at him, he has this cow on top of his head. The cow is the bump on top of his head. Again, that's how you can tell bodhisattvas. Only bodhisattvas who have a bump on the top of the head. Non-bodhisattvas do not. And what this in this happiness cow here, this cow here on his head has this function is to inspire people to experience happiness. They're joyful. They experience joy when they look at him, his countenance, his face. 643, celestial king, admirable proper mindfulness.
可爱乐正念天王。
Okay, 644, commentary. This particular king here, okay, when you look at him, you give rise to a thought of liking. Okay, you look at his countenance, you sort of get this good intention, goodwill towards him. So you admire him. Look, give rise to ke'ai, meaning that you find him lovable. Okay, le, ke'ai le. You enjoy, you find him lovable, and you find his presence to be nice, to be wonderful, brings joy. Being near him brings joy to your life. In contrast to some people, you see, you feel like killing yourself. No? Well, Mary Jo. Oh. No. Never had, she says. And furthermore, not only do you feel what's interesting about this particular heavenly king is here, you like looking at his face, you enjoy looking at his face. At the same time, looking at his face, you give rise to not only liking but also joy. Okay, it may give you this joy of life, la joie de vivre, if you will. Okay, le here is the joy of from the pleasures of life. Okay, joy from listening to music, joy from eating, joy from good companionship, joy from a gift, joy from washer and dryers, and so forth. Okay, all those are joys that all you have to do is look at him, his face, and you have this experience, this joy. And each one of you experience different kinds of joy. Okay? So when you look at him, the woman who's expecting a washer and dryer, she says, oh, I don't need to buy a washer or dryer anymore. I'm happy now. I'm satisfied. You see that? This is how he helps you reduce your desires. Does it make sense? I know I sound like so casual and trivial about this, but this is why they're doing these things. They don't want you to experience joy because you like him more. You know? No, the joy you experience when you see his face, his countenance, encourages you to let go of the washer and dryer, the red cars, and so forth. Yes, sir. Girlfriend.
Sorry.
I know, I have the same experience too. I'm speechless in such great presence.
So, when we pray to Buddhas and Bodhisattvas for things, Is it, would they rather grant us the wish for the thing, like if I prayed for a red car, or would they?
Don't you dare.
Or
It's my province.
or would they, for a blue car?
Okay, it's better. Smaller blue car.
Yeah, yeah. Or would they rather just grant me the wish of not wanting it, the desirelessness of it?
Thank you for giving me the idea. I should start praying for the red car. I never thought of it. I always like drop hints on you and see if you're gonna. But I never thought of going upstream, you know? I always look downstream. I say, you're supposed to, you're supposed to. How much longer do I have to wait? But thank you. It's so clever of you. I look at the wrong direction. Boba is on me today after lecture. Okay, but all seriousness, it depends. Here's what happens. Bodhisattvas are trained to give you, to grant your wishes. Okay, meaning that if you see a bodhisattva, you rush over and say, "Can I have a car?" And say, "Okay, let me see. How big of a car do you want?" And that kind of thing. So bodhisattvas are supposed to give you cars. Okay, it's part of their practice. Okay, that's why bodhisattvas are so wealthy. They keep on giving. Look at, for example, the old monk. Okay, he does exactly the opposite of me. When people come to him and say, "Can I have some relics?" Say, "Okay, sure. Here, take my pearl sharira. He only has two. And you give one away, and you think he'll keep the last one? The next person comes along, "Can I have a pearl sharira?" "Okay, sure. Take it." Okay, that's a bodhisattva sort of mindset, if you will. Okay, and because of that, he has a lot more shariras than before. This is very important distinction here. Okay, that's why bodhisattvas are trained to give, because when you give, you get more. You don't get less, but you get more. Okay, naturally. Yeah. And the reason this old monkey gets more is because, for various reasons. But in principle, when you give, okay, you always your blessings are increased, and that's why bodhisattvas' main practice is always to give. You come up to them, ask for things, they'll give to you without hesitation. Okay. And that's certain types of bodhisattvas. But there are other types of bodhisattvas where sometimes they give to you, sometimes they don't. Why is that? Because at lower levels, bodhisattvas are trained to give because it's part of the cultivation. Whereas at higher levels like mahasattvas and so forth, all the mahasattva levels, well, some mahasattva levels, they don't have to give anymore because they don't need to necessarily give you as part of the practice in terms of what you receive. But the giving now is based on whether it's helpful to you or not. Low levels bodhisattvas give in order to benefit themselves. High level bodhisattvas give in order to benefit you. So now there's a difference, if you will. Low level, they give in order for them, primarily. Okay? They're taught to do that, they believe that, and that's what they do. They do, and that's how they need to practice. High level bodhisattvas, they no longer focus on themselves in act of giving, but they look at you. How does giving help you? Here, low level, notice the difference that the bodhisattva gives you because it's a chance for him to, for her to improve. See that? Whereas a high level, the bodhisattvas sometimes doesn't give you because it's better for you. And sometimes they give you because it's more helpful. So it varies. There's no fixed pattern at all. Does that answer your question? Oh no.
So
and that's why lower level Bodhisattva says, it's too much to give. You give one answer, they ask for another question, another question, another question. Go ahead. I'm not complaining. I'm trying to become a Bodhisattva.
You don't have to give me the answer if it's not beneficial to me, Master.
No, I'm not at that level yet. I'm trying to deal with my affliction of having to give answers all the time. Yes. Because the other idiots don't give answers, that's why I have to give you answers. Normally, if Master Share was around, I say, can I refer you to up north? Yeah. I can't, so. How annoying.
So, I'd rather, have plant blessings with a bodhisattva that doesn't give me everything I want, but rather just what's more beneficial to me. So, which bodhisattvas and mahasattvas would be the ones that would only give me the blue car I wanted if it was helpful to me, and wouldn't give it to me if it was not helpful to me?
If I knew, I'd be in line already. Think about it. That woman now can walk a little bit on her own without a walker. It's amazing. She's supposed to die, but why is it? There's those miracles. You guys expect miracles in terms of things. To me, that's miraculous. Huh? Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah, how nice of you to really appreciate it for her. Huh? You have a good heart. You're good-hearted people. I'm pretty good. I'm proud of you. I hope that when I'm like that, you be just as kind instead of remember all the time I've been mean to you, insulting you, calling you names, and give you nicknames you don't like. Whiner. Give her, make sure that she's cool down properly. Where were we again? Okay, if I knew, I'd be standing in line. And the first thing I would ask is not a red car, but it's the super lotto. Okay, so, sorry I can't help you. So this, going back to slide 644, so this particular bodhisattva here is kind of a cool form of practice that you enjoy looking at his face, and that pleasure arises in you, enables you to detach from your desires, actually lessens the desires. Okay, so it's sort of like using poison to fight poison. We look for pleasure and we attach to pleasure. So what he does, he makes us attached looking at him, his face. In doing that, we detach from a lot of our desires. It's very, very clever. So far, so good? Okay.
I have that same sort of experience when my mind is going crazy. I just want more and want this and want that. And then when I meditate and focus on the Buddhas or mantras or something, that lessens my desire too.
That's correct. And how does it happen? I'm glad you brought it up. How does it happen? How come you like someone's face, okay, and your desires lessen? This is a very key thing here that the Chinese didn't explain it to you. I will explain it to you just for today only. because I'm inspired by that woman there. Yes? Why? Colombia. I was looking for the Chinese to impress me. We sort of. Yes, go ahead, 9.
Thank you, Master. Because those bodhisattvas, mahasattvas, they have spiritual penetration, so they light that happiness and blissfulness on you.
No, that's called cheating. You guys cheat too much. Meaning that if you are so obvious with these mahasattvas, so obvious that all you have to do is to find them, like this guy here, where are they? So you go look for them, and hey, all of a sudden you become enlightened, because the more you look at them, the more you drop desire and you become enlightened, right? Then why is there a need to cultivate? Oh, they keep on looking, go look for that mahasattva, right? No need to meditate anymore. No need to do great compassion repentance anymore. Yes. Yes, you.
When you look at him, maybe you see your own Buddha nature.
No. Anyone else? It is so beautiful. Yeah? Yes, 3.
From Go Forest Daniel, because they show you that...
Yeah, I'm glad that you identify yourself, Daniel. I have 3 Daniels now.
Because they show you that there is a greater peace that can be achieved, that which you are chasing. Their face reveals the peace and joy they have attained by chasing.
Pretty good, pretty good. These guys have potential. Anyone else? Why? Why? It's right here. Cheng Nian. That's the key. Yeah, they combine together. When you look at his face, you find him like when you look at a baby's face. Oh, you're so cute. Okay? You're so lovable. Yes? Okay? And you enjoy looking and looking. That's why. I love. You find him adorable, lovable, and you like keep on looking at him. So far, so good. That's what the meaning here. I love in Chinese. Okay. The translation doesn't do justice to it. It's kind of difficult to translate this, but the name, it is so clever. Look at the face. You find it so lovable. Okay, and you find joy. You don't get tired of it. Is that clear? You keep on like, oh, I like to look at more and more and more. Like when you first look at your husband. He's so handsome. Oh. That kind of thing, you want to look more and more and more. Sound familiar? Not you. But the rest of you, normal people. Yeah? Friend Wei Yang, big liar. Okay, so you want to look more and more, okay? You don't get tired looking at someone's face. Isn't it lovely? Huh? Okay, because of that, all of a sudden, your mind becomes proper instead of giving rise to this lust. And say, oh, he's so handsome. No, it's the I love here. You find him lovable, but you enjoy looking at it, okay? And keep on looking, and your mind becomes proper. It's zheng, it's proper. Instead of going deviant, where it says, oh, I like to... That thought doesn't arise. It's very clear. Okay? So this person here, this particular God King here, his practice is that he exudes this thing here that's so attractive, so adorable, okay, that you like to look at. But by looking at him, you have this mind, your mind becomes proper, okay, and you enter samadhi. That's why your desires lessen. Implication is, you girls and boys need to practice your Chan. That's when your Chan skills come in. They're activated. They look at him and say, they enter samadhi and they drop desires. You reduce desires by entering samadhi. You have to work for it. You cannot say, gimme, gimme, gimme. Everyone has to earn it. All of us have to earn it. So stop whining, stop complaining. We have to meditate. We have to earn our way. We have to enter samadhi for good things to happen. Okay, so if you're lucky and you encounter this particular God King here, it's easier for you to enter samadhi. From the joy, not from the pain and suffering. Isn't that cool? There are many ways to help living beings. At his level, he helps a different way than the Chan training. The Chan training is you have to endure suffering. Okay? You have to. Everyone has to go through the stages of increasing suffering. Okay? But for this particular God King here, he helps us out. He gives us a break. Okay? That's why it's very hard to meet with him. 645. Celestial King Sumeru, splendid sound.
须弥圣音天王
Now, 646. This Sumeru is the highest mountain. So Sumeru refers to, means wonderfully high, wonderfully virtuous. That's what Sumeru stands for. Not only tall, the tallest, most imposing of structures, if you will. Okay? In our world, the most imposing structure is Mount Sumeru. There's nothing more imposing than this mountain, the tallest mountain. Not Mont Blanc, okay? But it's Mount Sumeru. It's much more imposing than the Mont Blanc or Himalayas. Or the Himalayas. And so Sumeru is this celestial king here. His sound, his voice is splendid. Okay, it's remarkable and it's very imposing, and that comes from his way virtue. Why? I don't know why I ate today, but I don't know where all this came from. Must be the birthday cakes. Oh, thank you. You know, it's like some people go and make the effort to get the birthday cakes who never said thank you. Today is the clear results. Huh? I don't know where the inspiration came from, but you know, gotta be the cakes or the cơm tấm. The broken rice. Okay, we let them fight it out. 647, Celestial King fulfilling intentions.
成就念天王
648. what does this guy do? Fulfilling intentions. Meaning what? Nian here is not intentions, only intention. Yes, sir. I gave you a clue already. Elaborate on that.
Well, I was going to say fulfilling intentions means granting wishes, but then it's underneath it says that right there.
There's a difference between intentions and wishes. Would you think? Okay. Fulfilling intentions, what does it mean? Okay. Let me explain to you. Nian here is not intentions. They don't understand this. They don't understand how to treat, how to train people, how to teach living beings. That's why they say it's intentions. Yes, Nian here in Chinese, it means intention, it means mindfulness, it means a lot of stuff. And they chose intention, which is wrong. Okay? So what does it mean? Nian here means that aspirations, 怀念, aspirations. It says, you really aspire, you really want so much to be president of the United States, become Buddhas, become enlightened, to build bridge, to solve the world's problems, have 4 babies. You see, so these 怀念, these are your aspirations. This is, you hold very close to your heart. It's important to you, important enough for you to put it in your heart, in this left pocket here. Okay? And which I always wonder, why is a men's shirt only have one pocket here, not the other side? Because this is closer to the heart. Okay, where you put important stuff like your iPhone and so forth. But over here, it's only money and that kind of thing. Never mind. Okay. So you have this 怀念, you have these aspirations that you hold very dear in your heart. Does it make sense? This is not intentions at all. Your aspirations, your deep desires. Am I correct, Chinese people? Like Chinese people, this guy pretending to understand Chinese. Oh my God, every weekend is the same. He claims he understands more about Chinese, our Chinese language, than us. Yeah? Yes or no? 怀念 is not 念, okay? It's not intention. Okay, so fulfilling your aspirations, meaning that whatever aspiration you want, you have deep in your heart, seeing this particular heavenly king will help you get it, get fulfilled. Those aspirations get fulfilled. Meaning what? His Dharma door is that how does he help you fulfill your aspirations? Anyone? How? You should know this. You didn't know this, you're not a real Bodhisattva. Master, old monk, are you a real Bodhisattva? How do you help people get their aspirations fulfilled? You, don't tell them to pray to Buddha. Don't ask them to call Guan Yin. And you know where it's going next? Korea. How? How do you help living beings have their aspirations fulfilled?
Go to first, we can hear.
Khi mà mình tiếp xúc với người ta mà mình cảm được cái ham muốn của họ mà mình muốn họ cứ cho thôi không.
Emitofuo, when we interact with other people, we can feel their aspiration, their desire, and we just give it to them.
That's it? Okay. 2.
Build up one's confidence.
Build up one's confidence. I'm a He-Man. Okay. Yes, 6. Build up her self-confidence. No. Okay. What is your original idea?
Thank you, Master. I was going to say, give them opportunities to plant blessings.
Korea. Anyone in Korea who would like to volunteer? How do you help people accomplish their wishes, their aspirations? And it's easy in Koreans. They never ask for anything. I don't know. I don't deserve you giving me anything. Unlike the American, give me. The Korean said, no, don't give me. Yeah? Anyone? Yes. 9.
Thank you, Master. I think that the first step is the Bodhisattva help them realize a proper aspirations. The answer is correct. How do you fulfill your intentions, your aspirations? You pay for it. Right? You want a bridge? Pay for the bridge. Don't ask. Reach into your wallet, take out your American Express card, charge it. Huh? You have to pay for it. How else are you going to get your aspirations fulfilled? Right? You want to get a red car? Pay for it, man. Want a blue car? Okay? So, how does the Celestial King help you fulfill your aspirations? By giving you his blessings towards fulfilling your aspirations. He has to take a loss. When you help living beings, you have to take a loss. You cannot expect to gain. You say, can I give you and not lose anything? The act of giving involves losing, taking a loss. Very good. San Diego. Very good. Want to live the home life? Your voice finds funny. Fat chance, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. You see, the different ways to slice and dice these things, how they practice their Dharma doors, okay? 649. Celestial King, delightful, pure, floral light.
可爱乐净华光天王。
Okay, so similarly in 650 commentary, similarly, this guy here gives living beings delight and looking, from looking, okay, and from the joy, okay, the joy of looking, okay, but looking at what? The light that he emits. The light he emits comes from purity, from his purity, and the light has many different lights, different colors, as if it came from multicolored flowers. Okay, and lights not only are they colorful, it's colorful like the a billion hues of flowers there. Okay, but it also purifies your mind as well. Okay. Does it help? Well, I don't want to explain too much to you. Then they have, then they have nothing else to do. 651, Celestial King, eyes of wisdom.
至日眼天王
Why Yue? What does Yue here mean?
是约尔日
Huh? Yue Yan. 即日眼 or the Yue Yan?
should be 日 right? I'm not sure.
I think it has to be Ru Yan. Brilliant. Okay, look it up. What Master YongHua explains, how he explains it in Chinese. Okay, so this particular celestial king, heavenly king here, he has eyes. That when you look into his eyes, your wisdom increases. Okay, so in order for that to happen, he's very knowledgeable about the Buddha Dharma. So that when you look into his eyes, all of a sudden, all these things, the Buddhist principles, Buddhist teaching you couldn't understand before, all of a sudden, there's a connection. Choo, choo. All right? I'm not sure what this character here means. Sorry. Next, 653. And celestial king, effortless light of awakening.
自在光明能觉悟天王
Okay, 654. The 10th and the last representative of the heavenly king of the heavens are 33. Meaning these are, not only are they kings of the particular heavens in their world, okay, but they also are in charge of many, many worlds as well. And so they are it's not effortless, it's 自在, that's self-mastery or at ease. 明能觉悟. So he has this light that he emits from his being at ease with himself, with the outside world. At ease means both external and internal. Okay? It's not something you can pretend to be, I'm cool-headed. Okay? I look cool. But no, it has to be inside as well. So that's why it's called at ease. Okay, unfortunately, from now on, when you look at effortless, think of it in terms of at ease, self-mastery. You're not bothered inside. Outside, there's nothing that afflicts you. Inside you have you're as cool as cucumber. Okay, no matter what happens outside. Okay, no matter how hard, for example, it is. Okay, you are still at ease. You're not afflicted. You're unruffled, if you will. Okay, and that kind of light that he emanates from being at ease within himself. Okay, and because of that light of self mastery, that will help you become awakened. Yes.
So for the prior
Yes.
one, it's Ru, is wisdom eyes radiant as sunlight. So Ru represents the sunlight.
It's right here. Why didn't I read the commentary? Okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you for reaffirming the commentary on slide 652. Okay, so you see that? So, yeah, I should simply read this instead of trying to explain it to you. See, emit light of being at ease, and then this light here can enlighten all living beings. Hey, look at that. I'm agreeing with myself. Okay, all right. Moving on, 655. These and others acted as leaders of a countless number of kings. The heavens are 33.
如是等而为上首，其数无量。
Okay, so they're only representative of many, countless heavenly kings of 33. Okay. 657, and they all diligently initiated great works in all worlds.
皆勤发起一切世间广大之业。
Okay, so what do these people do? What do they do as heavenly kings, leaders of the heavenly kings of the heavens of 33? It's a long title, complicated. So first of all, they are very vigorous. Okay, now I'm going to go to my commentary. I'm not going to try to reinvent the wheel here. It's too much work. Okay, and initiated great works. So they help living beings start great work. What is great work? To study and practice the Buddha Dharma. Okay, so they encourage living beings to study and practice Buddha Dharma. Actually, this is exactly what happens to the Christian gods. They go and study the Buddha Dharma from the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. They love to attend the sutra lectures. Everywhere there's a important lecture in their world, they fly over and attend lectures. It's amazing. It's like you think of these god kings, they're there to enjoy lives and so forth. No, part of the pleasure in life is to go attend sutra lectures. More so than fooling around with their 10,000 wives. Serious. Okay, so it's very clear these beings with wisdom, they know what's important. There's a priorities of things they need to do. Okay, so they themselves study and practice the Buddha Dharma, and they fly everywhere to attend sutra lectures. Okay, when Master Shenhua was here, the Lord Chakra would come and listen to his lecture constantly. Guaranteed. Yes, in the back, or are you talking online? Okay. Never mind. Okay, and so this to remind you that in terms of greatest work in this life is to study and practice the Buddha Dharma. Yes, 6.
Thank you, Master. I was just curious, the lower chakra, even though he's in this world of the 33, he is a Mayasattva, right?
He's not a Mahasattva, he's a Bodhisattva.
Oh, he's a Bodhisattva.
Yeah, he's a low-level Bodhisattva. Okay, the low-level Bodhisattvas have certain projects. There's certain tasks, certain assignments for them. And one of which is for them, for his level, Bodhisattva, his level, is to go to become the Lord King of the heavens of the 33. That's how they practice. Okay, and what is not what they do is that they start something called Catholicism, called Mormonism, or Judaism, or whatever. Okay, but actually all those are based on Buddhism. So even though it's not called Buddhism, what they're preaching, but actually it's Buddhism. It's based on Buddhist concepts. So that's why whatever they do is helpful, considered to be to study and practice the Buddha Dharma. Is that clear? So we're not attached to terminology, to names, to labels. Okay? It's much bigger vision than that. We're not attached to words at all. And so to 勤发己，以解世间广大智业。And they also, in particular, to study and practice Buddha Dharma, and this is a common thing. You look at what the Catholics and Christians are taught. They're taught to be good Catholics, good Christians. Remember? Okay? They are not clear about what's good and stuff, but they know they're supposed to be good Christians, good sheeps. Right? Yeah. You follow the shepherd. Yeah. Okay? So they encourage living beings to be good. Okay? And not only they encourage them to be good, but they also encourage those living beings to join them, be part of their retinues. And this is Lord Chakra's role, is to create this retinue here so that they have a sense of membership. Okay? And that keeps them growing and growing and growing and growing. They encourage you, they solicit your membership. Whereas in Mahayana, we kind of encourage you to leave. It's not enough room for losers. Okay? So that's why the emphasis is more on doing things that encourage them to join the retinue. Okay? And they find safety in numbers. Because these people don't understand, and therefore they feel more comfortable when they're surrounded by the same kind. Whereas for advanced people, they say, hey, leave me alone, I don't need you. Right? They're a lot stronger, that's why they don't need any support, very little support. And that's how they progress a lot faster, because of less dependency, if you will. The weak have to stay together for safety and comfort. The strong doesn't need it. Yes, single.
Thank you, Master. I have a weird question.
Weird question?
Weird question.
A weird question.
Very weird.
Okay.
Earlier you were talking about the difference between Hinayana, Mahayana, and then Mahayana, Mahayana.
Yeah.
So, something in here triggered an idea. I was wondering, the ones that leave because they're really Hinayana, Mahayana, let's say, maybe,
Or lower.
or whatever they may be, are they basically, they would be repulsed by real Mahayana anyhow, because it's not them, right? I mean, they couldn't stick around anyhow.
They can't digest it.
Okay, thank you.
Not only can't they digest it, their evil roots, they have too many evil seeds. And this current life, they are quietly, backhandedly doing evil things. That's why these evil seeds are maturing. It's not they don't have Mahayana seeds. What happened to these people is that they are doing evil things that no one knows about, and it catches up with them. You can lie to me all you want, but eventually the weight of your own karmas will pull you down. We don't have to do anything. Okay, it's a matter of fundamentals. It doesn't matter, I praise you or whatever, it's superficial. What happened is that it's your own karmas here, and the body that's gonna pull you down and get you in trouble. So if you create good karmas, you do good things, your good seeds will blossom. But if you come to a Mahayana temple and after the lights are turned off and the curtain is closed and you go back and do your evil things, you will not be able to stick around. So for example, I give you an example of a guy here, an ex-disciple of mine who used to work for the Postal Service. Okay, that's not name names. Okay, and for many years, he's been here many years, and he keeps on bragging, being very proud of the fact that he's taken advantage of the system so that he can't be touched. He'll go always at the edge where they cannot push him out because of how tough it is to get of their postal workers union. It's a federal union. It's so powerful they cannot be touched. So he understands the boundaries. So he's always on the boundaries and pushing a little bit and back out, pushing a little back. So he can't be touched. Okay, and trying to take advantage of the system. That kind of mindset, I knew is so wrong. So for years I tried to gently stir him in the right direction, but no, it's so ingrained, so evil. The evil is so ingrained that eventually, all those seeds when he came to the temple, it's a very short term, but he did those evil things at the temple. Okay, so when you come to the temple, your time in temple should be spent on doing good deeds. But no, it's primarily evil deeds. That's why eventually had to go. Don't have to do anything. They take themselves out. So your karmas is creating your problems, not our fault. No one's going to intentionally harm you at all. We're not like that. But it's their evil karmas that's harming them. So that's why you go back to the fundamental and say, am I a good person or an evil person? If you're an evil person, you do evil things, you will not be able to survive. You can't last. You die, you become sick, you have all sorts of troubles. That's the only difference. Does it make sense? That's why it's very important for at the fundamentals, this chakra, the Lord chakras here of the universe, encourage, teach their own followers the proper fundamentals. Be a good person. Yes, you have evil intentions, but you should repent. And you go to see the priest and so forth and repent. Maybe it doesn't work very well, but at least you know you're supposed to repent. So you create these good habits already to counterbalance your evil habits. Okay? JMT.
네, 한국어 유튜브에 올라온 입수님 질문입니다. 산호세에 사는 친구에게 사리 전시회에 오기로 초대를 했는데 아주 기뻐하며 좋은 기회 알려주어 고맙다고 했습니다. 하지만 그녀가 올 수 있을지 아닐지는 저도 확신하진 못하지만 그녀가 사리 전시회에 참여할 수 있도록 도와주려면 어떤 방법이 있나요? 약사 위패가 도움이 될까요? 아니면 다른 위패가 도움이 되나요?
Master, I have a friend in San Jose, and I introduced our relic exhibit in DTT, Dharma Treasury, and she was very happy, and then she thanked for the great opportunity for her to join. But I'm not really sure if she's gonna eventually attend the exhibits or not. So my question is, how can I help her so she could come to the relic exhibits? Do I need to request for Medicine Master plaque or any other plaques for her?
Oh, it's up to you. Remember, how do you help? They need blessings to be able to come to a Mahayana way place. It takes a lot of blessings to get a chance to come. And then it takes even far greater blessings to be able to come regularly and practice. Okay? And so it's up to you how you want to help. The principle is they need blessings to make it. So what you can do is do nothing and see if they make it. And that's one way to test out. I'd love to experiment. It's only a friend, right? Yeah, lots of friends. And at the same time, we practice detachment. I can detach from my friends as well. Okay? Your well wishes are planted the seeds for her already. So now you can wait and see when the blessings will mature. That's all. That's how the general process works. Okay? But in the spirit of slide 658, okay, and the idea here is that you have to be careful yourself. Everyone must be careful to intend, to want to insist on being a good person. That is so fundamental. If you know it's wrong, you should be ashamed. If you're envious, you're jealous, and you feel entitled, it's negative. Shame on you. Okay? You should correct yourself. No one's can help you unless you get rid of all these negative things that you hide, that you think no one knows. It doesn't matter. We don't care to know. It's your life. That you do negative things and you create evil karmas, even with the mind, okay? It catches up with you. We don't have to do anything. That's why I watched for years this, this federal worker or that engineering manager or, such people, dentists and such people. I watch them and say, wow, you are not a nice person. And you really don't give a damn about anyone around you. And it catches up with you. Catches up with all of them. And let me remind you, fundamentally, this slide here is very important. Fundamentally, we may be incompetent, we may be poor, we may be unremarkable, but we believe in goodness. That's a common denominator. Yes, we have a lot of flaws. We have a lot of problems, special mental issues. Okay? Don't know where to begin. But it is fundamentally our nature is we desperately want to do good. That's our common denominator. This is what the Lord Chakras of the Bodhisattvas are teaching. Okay? Yes, 6.
Thank you, Master. I have a different question. I was curious, within the Heaven and the 33, I see you have bodhisattvas that are working. You have John Paul II, who was a bodhisattva.
Yes.
And in their organization, you have these high-level beings. And I was just wondering, within their practices, is there no element where the people are practicing not being an externalist? I mean, it seems like you're surrounded with beings who have transcended that. So is it considered an externalist religion entirely?
No. In externalist and not externalist. Let's go the middle way. Part of it is externalist, part of it is not. The externalist part is the one we use to chide you and beat up on you. The non-externalist part is the hidden part where they have the hidden agenda that is used to stir them in the right direction. Because you were to tell them, believe in Buddhism, say, no way. Okay, so this is called an expedient. They have to be underhanded, but guide, nudge them. That's all. It's like a baby, your children. When they're young, you can't explain things to them. You just have, here, do this, I give you a piece of cake. Okay, and you didn't notice this, but I was right there today at lunch. Today at lunch, folks, we celebrated a birthday at Way Mountain Temple. Like 6 or 7 people was birthdays. That's about the size of our Dharma assembly. Okay. But what you didn't notice is there's a little boy who's around 5 or 6, okay, and he knew, okay, he's kind of cute. And he comes and he helps out. Before, there used to be Alung who helped out, and Alung is no longer around. So this boy comes around, he helps, and he's so excited. He's bringing cake, to everyone. And it's fun because he didn't have any cake first. We made him wait. But it's fun because to him, he's so excited to be able to go and help carry a piece of cake, to this person, this adult. We had to, no, not there, here first, and so forth. And call it expedient. Think about it. He's helping bring comfort and fun to the big assembly, the great assembly. That's tremendous blessings for him. Have you thought about that? Okay, so it's an expedient called birthday cake celebration, but the boy there was able to create a lot of blessing for himself naturally. Okay, and that's the nature of this kind of work. You treat them like with children, the way you deal with children, and encourage them to do things that they like, that interest them. That's what it takes. Yes, go ahead, Q&A.
A Di Đà Phật, con góp ý kiến là có cái cô mới hỏi là có người bạn mà chịu đi xem xá lợi mà không biết có được hay không. Thì con quan sát và biết xá lợi nay là 39 năm rồi. Thì đầu tiên là ở Việt Nam chỉ có 3 ngôi bằng hột mè thôi. Một năm rằm tháng 7 chỉ mở một ngày thôi, rồi hết. Thì gia đình rất là thích, con rất thích dẫn gia đình đi coi. Thì con có một đứa con út nó khoảng 6 tuổi. Mẹ nó bắt cóc đi, cho nên nó coi không được. Thì cuối năm đó thì bà trả nó qua cho con nuôi. Thì con biết là xá lợi nó có lợi ích, cho nên bằng mọi giá phải dẫn thằng nhỏ này đi. Thì lúc đó con đi làm con đi không có được. Con mới giao con chị nó khoảng 10 tuổi. Con biểu dẫn tới đó đi bộ. Hai chị em đi bộ thì con biết nó biết đường, nhưng mà mấy năm trước nó có đi nhưng biết đường thì như vậy hai. Đi bộ thì khoảng 1 tiếng đồng hồ mới tới. Thì bằng mọi giá là, con nói bằng mọi giá là phải đi, bữa nay hai chị em phải đi. Thì để lên coi cho thằng nhỏ nó có phước, thì nó có 6 tuổi à. Bằng mọi giá nó phải đi, không đi là mỗi đứa ăn 20 roi. Không có nói bất cứ lý do gì, bà nội với cô biểu gì đâu đi, không có nói phải bữa nay phải đi tới thấy xá lợi. Thì tới chiều về thì hai đứa nó có đi, nhưng mà cái năm đó người ta cấm, ta không cho coi. Thật ra như thầy nói đó, không có phước, không có phải dễ gì làm được cái Phật sự, hoặc là chiêm bái xá lợi, hay là đi tu, hay là làm một công đức gì đó. Phải có phước mới được gặp rồi thì nó tăng cái phước lên. Còn không có phước thì thôi miễn bàn. Chẳng hạn như con nhỏ cháu kêu con bằng cậu đi du lịch từ Việt Nam qua đây. Từ Việt Nam qua đây đi 2 tuần, tốn biết bao nhiêu tiền. Vô tới quy sân tự rồi mà không được để xá lợi lên đầu. Tới chừng nó về Việt Nam nó chết cha cháu ruột mình, mà đi từ Việt Nam qua không được để xá lợi toàn thân lên đầu. Tự nhiên bao nhiêu người để lên đầu, nó đứng nó ngơ là mình cũng quên luôn. Cho nên như giống như thầy nói, nó rất là đúng, là cá nhân đó phải có phước rồi mới gặp để làm phước thêm. Như mình có tiền mình mới làm ra tiền, không có không bao giờ làm được hết á. Cho nên con mà ủng hộ thầy mà để mà trưng bày xá lợi cho đại chúng coi là như vậy đó, cho người ta gieo cái phước. Mà quý vị gặp được xá lợi thì cái phước nó tăng lên, Đức Phật nói nó tăng lên rất là nhiều. Để trả lời cái cô hồi nãy hỏi là người bạn có tới được hay không đó, xin hết.
Emitofuo Master, I have an opinion about the ladies that asking about her friend, whether she would be able to do something to help her going to attend the relics exhibit. So I have been observing this problem for 39 years about the relics exhibit. At first, the first years, in my 39 years, they have 3 sesame-like relics. At this particular temple in Vietnam, every year they only open it once. During the lunar 15th of the July lunar calendar, once a year, and that's it. They only open once. So my family, I also take everybody in my house to see the Buddha relics. However, I have my little daughters. The last child, the mother forced her to live with the mothers because we were separate. So then at the end, she gave the baby back to me. So because I was so busy, I asked the elder sister to take her to see the relics. No matter what happened, if you don't go see the relics, each of them you will get 20 spanks that day, regardless. She went, however, both somehow at that day they closed the relics exhibit. So because of the blessing, they don't have enough blessing. they were not able to see the relics themselves. So therefore, if you don't have enough blessing, don't talk about even come and attend with the relics exhibit. So then I know that one of my relatives traveling from Vietnam to the United States, even go to Lu Mountain Temple to see the relics exhibit. She walked in there looking around, but was not able to have the relics, the whole body relics, bless her on her head. So she was so busy, I was so busy and preoccupied, and therefore she was not able to have that opportunity. That's why I'm very encouraged, Master, about letting people seeing this Buddha relics collections. So in return to the question, even if you can come, you don't have enough blessing, you won't be able to see the relics yourself. So that's answer the question to the ladies who asked about her friend.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, these events are just expedients to help people build the blessings, increase the blessings. Okay, same thing going back to this concept of what Lord Chakras, those Indra gods are doing. They know that their followers are not ready. They don't have the capacity to understand. So that's why they have to encourage them to insist on doing good. And so that's what their followers can really understand. They can identify with that. And so they're encouraged to go on Sundays to a church and listen to the good word. Okay? Remember, those are fundamentals right there. Every Sunday, you make the effort, you take a shower, you put on good clothes, you go there, become respectful. That's why you put on your best clothes on Sundays. You go there with your family and you patiently listen to the good words, okay? And you chant and all those things, all those experiences, just to teach you, getting you this mindset of being a good person, okay? And then you go back to your daily lives. And what happens different is that they cannot really be taught, can be trained to meditate, for example. It takes too many blessings to be able to meditate. Okay, so that's why they struggle when they're not at the church. Okay, they encourage you to go to Bible studies, you go to these seminars for children and so forth. That's a good environment of good people in general. Okay, but they don't have the practice so that they can sustain the goodness, nurture the goodness on their own. So that's why outside of the church environment, they really struggle. They struggle with the concept of doing good. Okay, that's what I notice. They want to do good, but they cannot help themselves. Yes, 7.
I've seen some religious people who are like very religious, but extremely bad people.
I've never seen those.
What happened there? If they have good leaders, like bodhisattvas looking after them, what's their problem? Because I see them a lot.
Here in the temple, it's impossible.
No,
they're gone already. Only the good people are left.
Whole churches and pastors and congregations spreading evil messages.
There's always though in Buddhism too. They're in Asia right now, where the monks who have a lot of followers encourage people to go and kill Rohingyas. Very famous. They say it's okay to kill them. And they're Buddhist monks. It's everywhere. Everywhere, not just in every place. There's such a group. They are there to destroy the nature of the work. So in Catholicism, there are some bad elements who are inserted by the demons to destroy the reputation, to destroy the fabric of Catholicism. Okay? It's true for everywhere, not just Catholicism, but Buddhism as well. To the point where in the Dharma ending age, a lot of Buddhism is basically externalist. It's only just a shell, some concepts. It's no more practice. Buddhism fundamentally is practice. It's not knowledge. And that's why, since these people don't practice, therefore it's easy for the teaching to be distorted. And that's why in the future, after I'm done, right now you all listen to me every single weekend. You all tune in. You say, okay, what does Master have to say? But after I'm done, this will be spread out, okay? So many of them will be able to do their own things, pursue their own agenda, okay? Let me remind you, when that happens, the person in charge of each group need to be responsible for enforcing the message. Okay? There is philosophy, there is a corporate line, if you will, where this is our culture is such and such, and it must be enforced. If you don't, the organization will lose its identity, lose sight of its objective. And its purport. The top persons, the top people must enforce the message. Make sure it's being observed. Not allow them to run around crazy and do their own things. It doesn't work. I allow people have freedom to do their things, but they cannot deviate from the corporate line, from our culture. It's very swiftly enforced. I will call upon them. I will ridicule them in front of everyone. You have nothing to hide. If you whiner, I call you a whiner, because it's not acceptable. That's not us. Yes, sir. Did you have a comment, sir? You change your mind?
I am going to be quiet and take your findings under advisement. I wanted to differ, but I don't believe I have a strong enough argument.
Give us your weak argument.
Well, it seems like a corporate identity, corporate culture in today's age, and I'm not employed anymore. I don't know if I can really speak to it, but it seems like
if you're a soldier.
Well, if you're not nimble as an entity that's trying to make money and prepared to make change, prepared to make sacrifices, demote people that were gods the day before, seems like you're going to miss out. Things move so quick today that part of a corporate culture is to be nimble and be ready to jump on an opportunity when it comes along.
No, that's wrong. It's not how it works in corporations. The corporations must have a vision. The leaders must have the vision. Without vision, you have no business being a leader. You will die. You should be pushed out. This is the corporate world. I use the concept of corporate world to remind you how cutthroat it is. It applies in Buddhism too. If you put in a position of leadership, you don't provide a vision, you don't enforce the culture, okay? You don't carry out the corporate mission, your head will be cut off. We're ruthless. Okay? That's how it is. We all have work, our jobs to do. It's no longer a personality, a corporate personality. It's about, there's this Buddhism. These are the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas teaching that we need to share with you and help you understand, help you cultivate. That's our jobs. That's why we're given temples, we're given money, we're given cars in order, no red cars, but old cars. In order to do that kind of work. You don't assume that you entitled to it, and therefore, because it's still, you're still there, and therefore it's still better than nothing. No, there's a standard of performance that's expected of you. After I'm done here, I may not have a lot of stuff to leave behind, but whatever I give my disciple, I expect them, okay, to be the next level enforcer on behalf of the Buddhist principles, on Buddhist doctrine. That's all. If not, they should not ask for their own territory. Okay? And if there's no one available, I have no problems with them liquidating everything and go have a big party. For everyone, all of you are invited. In cane, walkers, oxygen tanks. Okay? But go out with a bang, folks. See, Go Yin likes it. He say, I want to be alive in that moment. Okay, the responsibility, the standards. There's no sense of entitlement here in the Buddhist world. Okay? We have a mission to do. If you're not qualified, get the hell out of the way. All right. But what's interesting about slide number 658 is that the concept of retinue. The retinue here, the retinue of the Lord Chakras are the people who would like to do good. They struggle like hell, but they believe in the concept, I'm a good person. I'm supposed to do good. Okay? After I'm done, my disciples take over and they decide to continue. They have this sense of mission as well. I'm going to do this. I have this vision here. I want to do this. Okay, to carry on, to continue. But for Lord Chakra, these people need the big retinues. Okay, so that they build retinues of so-called doing gooders, the people who believe in goodness. That's why, I like Christians, I like Catholics, because, I see how they really struggle to do good, okay, and control the evil natures, the evil propensities. But when you remind them, they say, oh, you're right, I fail here, okay. So that's that group of people there, versus this group of asuras, okay, who are the arch enemies. The asuras are the arch enemies of the gods. They aspire to be in the heavens, live in the heavens, but they don't have enough heavenly virtue, so they cannot stay there. It takes both. You must have the blessings and the virtues. Remember I said, even if you have the blessings to go to the temple, but you're not a virtuous person, you come to the temple and you do unvirtuous deeds, it will catch up with you. Is that clear? You require both blessings and virtue. And this is a concept here. We're being reminded that, yes, you believe in doing good, okay, but in contrast, the asuras, they say, I don't have to do good. I'm going to satisfy myself. I come first. The heck with virtues. The heck with goodness. Me, me, me. That's all that matters. Okay? Because of the lack of virtue, they cannot stay in the heavens. They can come up there, fight, and for a visit, go to a restaurant and so forth. They have to go back. They cannot stay. So the concept here, because of that, there are two groups, two retinues. Retinues of the Catholics, of the Jews, of the Christians and so forth, Protestants and so forth. They believe in virtue. The asuras, they said, I don't need to believe in virtues. I'm entitled to all the good things here. Okay? But they don't understand because of their bad karmas, they cannot stay. An interesting concept. So blessings is not enough. You have to be a good. Your makeup has to be good. If it's not the case, you cannot stay very long. And that's why the low levels, they have the Christians who are believe in goodness, and the asuras, okay, who don't. That's why they're always fighting. The struggle between good and evil. At that level. When you get to our level, okay, it's obvious, clear. You have to be good. You have to create good karmas. If not, goodbye. You cannot stay. It's very fast. Okay? That's a standard of behavior, expectations. Yes, 3.
From Bhante Varapanyo. Hello, Master. I finished my meditation retreat. I will come to LA tomorrow. Is it possible to come and follow you for a few days?
To do what? I eat, I sleep. Why would you want to follow me? How does it benefit you from following me around, watching me eat, watching me go to a toilet and snore? No, bad idea. But thank you for asking. Okay, next. Yes, sir. 7.
Thank you, Master. I wanted to share my experience based on slide 658.
658, yes.
A few weeks ago, you said something that was crazy to me. You said that...
A few weeks ago? That long ago? I thought I go crazy every weekend. That's what I've been accused of. Master going off again. He goes in this mode when you know whatever he says is evil.
You said that...
it's my struggle between good and evil. It comes out.
You said some people come to temple and they enjoy cultivating. That was crazy to me.
What's crazy about it?
Right. So, for me, you know, as my wife will detail each time she has the opportunity, it's a challenge for me to come to temple and to cross my legs and to endure the pain and to keep doing the hard thing.
You're more on the Catholic level. Aspiring to do good, but I struggle like hell.
I can't disagree. But I wanted to share with you that since you since you made that statement, and I've been considering it, slowly I've started to find that it's not so crazy. And it's quite a commitment, and I'm humbled by the people who do it so regularly to come to a great compassion, repentance, sit through lecture, sit through lunch, sit through the next lecture, do all the ceremonies, and just do it without like, oh yeah, whatever, this is fun. Like that was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to share that thank you for your encouragement. It is starting to be more enjoyable for me, despite how much it hurts and how hard it is. And I'm very thankful for your encouragement.
Yeah, it took you how many years? 10 years? Some people spend many lifetimes. They still don't make it. You see? So you're welcome. Next. You don't understand this. Hey folks, can I give you a tip? It's not. You're so Americanized. This is so pitiful. You are so Americanized, so Westernized. You judge everything by how much money you have, how tall you are, how many followers you have, how many temples you have, and so forth. You are so attached to externals. In our world, okay, the reason I allow these losers to hang in there for several years, okay, because I have this hope that one day they wake up like this guy, they say, well, boy, I'm beginning to appreciate this. And so for several years, you put up with them, hoping that hallelujah, some miracle will happen. Okay? But that's what we do in Buddhism. That's what my teachers did for me. They put up with me for many years. I said, why would you? I would throw myself out, me out, so quickly. So we given chances in Buddhism. We don't discriminate whether you're a good person, whether you're beneficial, where it's good to have you around or not. If you come to the temple, we don't say anything, we give you food to eat, and eventually you can't take it, you leave on your own accord. See, the one next to Sean left already. You see? Don't have to do anything. They take themselves out of the equation. So that's why we don't discriminate. Can you see that? We don't force you to do anything. And that's the nature of the training. If you hang in there long enough, you understand. If you don't, tough luck. That's just life. That's why I told you a very casual thing. It's so difficult for you to come every single weekend, okay? Even if it's only one day on the weekend. And it's so difficult for you to meditate every day as well. If you do that, you will improve. Name any other temple that's like that. We have that track record already. I spent 4 years wasting my life. It bothers the heck out of me. You don't want to waste my life. I would never forgive you. It's not a threat. You suffer. Okay? That's who I am. Okay? But they'll find out. Okay? You lose 4 years, you waste 4 years of my life, you will pay. But anyway, the point here is everyone gets a chance. We don't discriminate. We don't expect anything from you. It's there for everyone. Okay? And that's our practice. We don't single you out because you're better or you're shorter or you're more lovable. Okay? Everyone gets the same chance. Very simple thing. Hang in there. Practice every day. And come to the temple once a week. That's it. That's the track record we established so far. And it's very difficult to do, a lot harder than it sounds. So the concept here is not so much about how far you got. You know, I'm an arhat, and how come I'm not as good as the other arhats? Why is that my problem? Again, it's your life. But anyway, the concept here is it's not supposed to be easy. That's what the practice is. You're supposed to struggle. You also fight, resist the urge not to come, resist the urge unbuckle. Okay? And you keep fighting and fighting and fighting. That's how you make progress. It's not supposed to be comfortable. Doesn't matter how old you are, it's not supposed to be comfortable. Comfort? You want comfort? Go to the Pure Land. That's your option. But here in the Sound world, you're supposed to struggle. You're supposed to suffer if you want to cultivate. And in order to improve, you must cultivate. And our world cultivation requires suffering. It's not about results. It's about how much you are willing to endure suffering. That woman there, before last year I said that woman who has, the scar on the knee. Let me give you an example why. I'm very fast about these things. She came yesterday and she showed me, she pulled up her legs and said, hey, look at how nice my knee is. It has a scar right in the middle. The doctor said, wow, your doctor is pretty good. I mean, usually Vietnamese doctors I'm used to, it's like zigzagging. But no, her knee is scarred like straight line. Carpenter's line, you know. I said, wow, nice. Okay. So that woman there, last year, okay, I called her out and said, I hate to tell you this, but you first stage arhat. And I said, oh yeah. Yeah, of course. Okay. And then because of that, she fell and broke her legs. Yeah, and then she couldn't come to the temple for 8 months. Shriner came to the temple 8 months, yesterday, okay? And only because the old monk who is in San Jose is very compassionate. He says, I haven't heard from that woman for a while. Let me go pay her a visit. So he arranged to go see her with Apple's mom, Kelly Ong. And the woman agreed to go with him on one afternoon after Great Compassion Repentance to go visit her, pay her a visit. This is about last month or so, July or June. And they agreed to leave around 3 p.m. and so forth and go, 3 or 4. And then Kelly Ong canceled. So he couldn't go either. Okay, but the intention is there. It's nice of him to, be compassionate and just show that he cared. I just said, give her a call. Why don't you give her a call and say hello and so forth. I'm too old to go out of the temple. Okay, I'm too important anyway. Okay, at least I think I'm too important. But the point is that she finally showed up yesterday afternoon. I showed her knees, show us her knees. Okay, you didn't see it. Hey, show your knee again for these people who didn't see it. Okay? And I look at her and say, wow, now you second stage art without coming to the temple. No. Don't encourage her. You're ruining it all for me. So why did she, let me explain to you, why did she go from first to second without coming to the temple? I break it down for you. You don't understand. Why? First and foremost, she never lost faith in my Dharma. She didn't say, I have medicine master Buddha blessings. How come? How come this happens to me? That's a big test. I've been cultivating. I've been coming to temple regularly. How come this happens to me? Is this a scam? Is this a con game or what? How could it happen to me? So she never lost faith, number one. That's the first test. The test is to pull you away. Like those losers. As soon as the test comes, I didn't realize he's so bad. And this is all a scam. And pew! So for 8 months, I ignore her to encourage her. Do you believe or not? And the old monk has ruined it for me. But anyway, that's a different story. Okay? I cannot stop his compassion. If he was young, I would have hit him in the head. But anyway, never lost faith. I don't have to ask her. Okay? This is the first requirement. What's the number 2 requirement? Pain and suffering. It hurt, didn't it? Huh? It was very painful, right? How woman? Huh? Very painful, yes? Very, very painful.
Lúc đầu tẻ đó thưa thầy, thì nó bị sưng với lại nó bị bầm, thì nó lúc đầu con không có biết đau luôn, tại lúc mà con bị té nó cái con trong cái trường hợp rất là gây cấn, không có ai ở nhà mà không gọi ai được, cái con không ai để gọi cái cửa thì sụp xuống nhốt con ở trong nhà xe đó, rồi không ai ở nhà, mà cái phone của con thì ở ngoài xe ở ngoài đường này con cho nên con không có đường nào để để mà xoay chở được hết, cái con mới niệm Văn Thế Âm Bồ Tát thì con mới nghe trong đầu con tự nhiên có cái tiếng nói là bình tĩnh. Mà khi con nghe tiếng bình tĩnh đó, cái tự nhiên con thay đổi lại, con không còn thấy sợ nữa.
New York, self. Short answer. You've been away too long. What I'm referring to kind of pain suffering is this woman is bipolar. They tormented her for a long time. Without coming to the temple, you don't come to the temple, they torment her at home. But they're so used to it, they don't see the difference. Okay? So she suffered a lot. That's how she got into second stage aha. You see my point? My point is that you're supposed to suffer any form of suffering without losing faith. It's not that you're supposed to sit for 10 hours, 20 hours, or 20 days, or 20 years. There are plenty of people who can do that. How come their level is lower? Huh? Don't have faith. To sit 20 years, 20 hours without struggling is nothing. It doesn't count. Is that clear? You're supposed to suffer. You can't take it, get out. But as long as you hang in there, you make it. Okay? Does it help? It's about struggling. You're supposed to struggle. That's our American style of Wei Yang. Chinese style, go be comfortable. Work 2 hours, be comfortable. We don't like that. We're American. We're pale face. Okay? So that's all we welcome. We're not afraid of the asuras coming at us. We're not afraid of the ghosts and the demons coming at us. Hey, join the party, man. Does it help? Okay, so that's it. Okay, we stop here today because we don't have time to start the next group, Suyana Heavens, which is next heaven up, level up in the desire realm. Okay, we do it next time. Okay, any questions or comments? This is misconception. People have been making progress like crazy because they struggle like hell. They say, how come you sit for 2 hours? I can't sit more than 50 minutes, 60 minutes. Why is it so easy for you? When it's easy for you, it's not cultivation. Cultivation for us is a struggle. But losers say, I'm struggling too much, I can't take this. Then get out. Slow down. No one is forcing you. Andres? Agree? And there you go. Okay, we stop here today. Thank you, everyone. Let's do reverse transference.